Hello, my name is Diane Heinzelman and I'm the Director of Special Education at Charlevoix-Emmet Intermediate School District. About a month ago, Carolyn asked me to provide some insight or background information on the development of the MAASE Strategic Plan. And it was a great activity for me because I was able to go back into the archives and look at some of our history for the development of this plan. It really began back in the spring of 2009 when I was getting ready, much like Carolyn is doing today, I was getting ready for the Executive Board Retreat. And one of the things that I found myself thinking about was, what is it that we want to achieve as an organization? Where do we want to go? And what I was looking for, searching for, was that plan or that roadmap. And what I discovered was we really didn't have one. And it's time that we get that created. But at the same time, one of our MAASE projects, the Framework for the Future project, and that project was led by Kathy Galinsky, that was coming to an end. And as project chair, Kathy was beginning to present the project recommendations to the MAASE general membership. What's really interesting to note is that those recommendations sound very familiar, and they will to you today as I read them. The first was, design an organizational structure to provide leadership and support for members. To establish a process for active participation of MAASE members. To establish a legislative agenda that promotes a unitary education system. To direct the MAASE Finance and Legislative Committees to recommend language to implement the vision. And to build collaboration amongst other state organizations. This Framework for the Future was work that we used as part of the development of our MAASE Strategic Plan. During the Summer Executive Board Retreat of 2009, it was decided to contract with Sandy Lahan to lead the work of our strategic planning process. And over the course of several days, 2.5 days, during the fall of 2009, Sandy worked with us and she had us look at our past, to really look at our history of MAASE, to also talk about what we wanted to see for the future of MAASE, and then determine what gaps there were between where we had been and where we want to go, as well as where we were currently at that time. What's really important to note as we talked about our history of MAASE is that what included things such as cucumber sandwiches at Sugarloaf Resort, a white paper on inclusion, and even the culminating activity of MAASE and CASE as an organization together, which was very, very important work for us. But one of the things that we learned from our history is that something that I think we need to remember today, and that is we need to take care of each other, our members. And that's what builds stronger relationships between the members and us as an organization. Secondly, that coming together on a shared focus helps us to achieve our outcomes. Third, organizationally, we have been very reactive rather than proactive. And finally, as an organization, we have lacked a means to deal with disagreement and conflict at one point or another. These are very important lessons, I think, for us to take to our future and the continued work that we're doing with the strategic plan. So as I said, we developed the strategic plan goals as draft. We shared them with the general membership during the spring of 2010. And finally, in June of 2010, the 4 goals, strategic planning goals, which you are working on today, became accepted or voted upon by the membership. The rest, as they say, is history, and I guess I would like to conclude by saying I encourage you and support you in your work on behalf of me as a member of MAASE and what the future will be for us as an organization. Thank you.